Hi guys, it's Marnie, and I know it's been such a long time. Well, it's not been that long, it's been like just over a week, but I've been so busy and I'm so disappointed in myself because I didn't even come close to finishing the Femme Fatale readathon. Like, I don't even want to admit it because it's so bad. Didn't even finish one book, so the 6 that I planned to read and the 1 I didn't even finish. I mean, I definitely failed miserably, and it was my first ever one, so great start here on BookTube. But I did have a really busy week and I went away with work and all that stuff, so you can't blame me. You can, but please don't. Okay, hopefully this month will be a little less chaotic. I've settled into work a little bit, and yeah, but it's been hard to find time to read, and lots of new shows are coming out, and I don't have enough time to do everything I want to do, but I want to read more. I'm hoping to at least read 4 books this month, so like 1 a week, but ideally I want to read more. Like, there's a lot more books that I want to read, so hopefully I'll get through them and then be able to read more than 4 books. But who knows with me. So the first book I definitely 100% want to read this month is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, this book has been on my shelf for a while. I'm a massive fan of Shiver, Linger and Forever by Maggie Stiefvater. It's a trilogy about werewolves and it's just really amazing. I loved it when I read it like years ago. I do actually keep meaning to reread it, but I don't have enough time to read books first time, let alone reread books, so maybe one day. But this book follows a girl called Blue, and her whole family, everyone in her house, her mum, her aunties, her cousins, everyone are psychics, and she's not. So she does have one ability, and that is to amplify psychics' powers, and her whole life, her aunties, her cousins, everyone, they've all told her that she will kill her true love. When she kisses her true love, he will die. So that's not good. So she's not really been bothered. She's never been interested in boys. She's never really cared about the prophecy until she meets this one guy called Nancy. Now, he is the male lead in this, and he is from a really wealthy southern family, and he's only like 17, I think, but he has spent the last couple of years of his life obsessing over this dead Welsh king. And it's legend that this Welsh king will grant a wish or like a favour to the person that wakes him. Now, Blue and Gancy's paths cross on a night called St. Mark's Eve, and this is like a psychic night, and it's where all the souls that are said to die in the next year will walk past, and she and Blue sees Gancy walk past. Now, she's not a psychic, so she shouldn't be able to see anyone, but it's said that if you see someone walk past, he's either your true love or you killed him. So, a bit of a mystery. So it's quite exciting. So she knows that he's going to die in the next year, and he's either her true love, who she's been told if she kisses he will kill him, or it's someone she killed. So my guess is he's both, and it's her true love and she's going to kill him. I don't know. But that's this book, and this book I'm so excited for. So even if this is the only book I finish this month, I'm reading this bloody book. The second book I really want to read this month is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Now, this book had so much hype for a long while, but I've heard it come under a lot of speculation lately. Well, any of Rainbow Rowell's books, I've heard a few people say that there's like traces of like racism in her writing or something, and I don't want it to like put me off because I've not read anything by her before, but I'm kind of going into it that in the back of my mind now, and I'm really upset because I've been waiting to read this book for ages, so I'm going to try and put it out of my head and read it. But now that it's there, I feel like I'm going to pick up on it. If it's true, I'm going to pick up on bits, so it might taint my like reading experience, but I really hope it doesn't. And this book follows 2 twin sisters, Kath and Ren, and they've been really close all the way up to going to college or university, and then they finally get there, and Ren decides that like she's going to go off and do her own thing. She wants to go out and do her own thing and make her new friends and just live her college experience. So it follows Kath on the tail end of like losing her sister, her best friend, who she does everything with, and kind of finding her way through college and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know that much more. I know that Kath is a fangirl, like really a fangirl, so I'm really excited because that's kind of like me. Like if I get into one thing, I'm the biggest fangirl. Like I have such a like I have such an obsessive personality. Like if I like something, I like it. Like there's no middle ground. Like I either love it, like I'll talk about it constantly, or I'm not really that far. It's literally one way or the other with me. I feel like I'm going to relate to Kath really well, so that's why I'm quite excited to read this as well. So yeah, hopefully I really like it. I'm going to try not to think about what I've heard and just go for it. The third book I really want to read this month is The Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This book has been on my shelf again for quite a while. Well, it's been on my like mental shelf for quite a while, but it's only actually been on my shelf for a couple of weeks, so I'm getting around to it pretty quick. This book everyone talks about, everyone loves it, I know, and I'm just really excited to see what the hype's about. Like I'm really excited. So this book follows 6 misfits and like delinquents, and they're basically coming together to like form a heist of some sort, and that's all I really know. I know that it follows like multiple points of view. I think it follows like every one of the 6 people. It follows all of their points of view, but the main protagonist is a guy. His name is Kaz, so I'm really excited to read from a male's point of view. Like I've read a male's point of view before in like other books where it's been like a female lead and then you read the males and it like flips in between, but I'm really excited to read like follow an actual male point of view, like a male story. I've never done that before, so it's quite new, quite exciting. The book I want to read this month is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. This book again has got such good hype. Like I think there's 3 books out now and a 4th one coming, so I'm hoping to finish like start, and if I love the series, finish it before the new one comes out. So I really want to read this. And this book is set in like ancient Rome times, kind of. It's set in like an ancient Rome setting, and it's about this slave girl called Lyra. That rings a bell. Yeah. It's about a slave girl called Lyra, and her brother has been arrested and taken for treason, and she decides that she's gonna like enlist help from the rebels, and the rebels agreed to help her and try and free her brother as long as she goes undercover for them in the elite military academy and spies for them. So she does that, and then there she meets Elias, the academy soldier, and secretly their most unwilling one. So I think this follows them like meeting, might have like similar minds and similar opinions, and that's all I really know. I just think that's really interesting. I can't wait for her to like go in as a spy, and then I'm just kind of excited for this. So they're the 4 books that I really hope to read this month. They're the 4 I really want to read. I want to read so many, but they're the 4 I've decided for this month. I generally just put all the books I want to read in a hat and picked out 4 and told myself whatever they are and read them this month. So they're what I picked, and hopefully if I finish them and I get to read more, I want to read a couple of other books, and they are Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. I just finished Court of Mist and Fury, which I loved, so I'm waiting for that to come in the post actually. So I was hoping it would be here today so I could film this video, but a few others come today and that's the only one that didn't, so typical, honestly. I don't know anything about that. All I know is like it's after the war that happened in Court of Mist and Fury. Spoilers if you haven't read that far, sorry. But it follows like Rhysand and Feyre and Mor and Cassian and all of the people kind of trying, I think they're trying to like rebuild. Shit. What is it called? What is the city called in A Court of Thorns and Roses? Well, in A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, oh my god. I just finished this book. Valaris! Ah! That was so difficult. So, it's just them trying to rebuild like Valaris and sort their life out after the war. and that's it. I don't really know anything about it. And then once I finish that, I want to read A Throne of Glass by the same author, Sarah J Maas. These are the books that got her really popular, and then A Court of Thorns and Roses come after. I read them first because there were less books and I didn't really feel like getting into a really long series right at that moment. So, but I really love them and I quite liked her writing, so I'm really excited to read these. This book follows a girl called Selena. That's not it. That is it! Oh my god, I got it right! So, this book follows a girl called Selena, and she is an assassin. She's actually like the best of her kind, but she got caught. So she's been living in the salt mines, in prison, working, and she is like presented with an opportunity to gain some freedom, and it's not a really easy opportunity, but it's the only one she's been given, and that is to fight for the king, or the prince I think, in a to the death tournament, fighting other assassins and thieves and all that kind of stuff to win. And if she wins, then she becomes the king's assassin, and she's that, like, she has that title for the next 4 years, and then she earns her freedom. So I think this book just follows her on that journey, and there's a lot of books in this series. I'm not even going to guess a number because I can't actually for the life of me think. Could be 8, could be more, could be less, but in my head I'm thinking 8. I don't know why, but yeah, so hopefully I'll get around to reading that this month. But as I've said before, the other 4 are my top priority. So yeah, that's my September TBR. It's a bit short, and I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while, but I've been really busy and I'm hoping to be a little bit more consistent. I'm hoping to get out a video at least once a week. Yeah, they're the books that I plan to read in September. I'm really excited about reading, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!